Okay, I'm testing the circuit boards in my Blackout game. I don't have a laser ball to test it in, but I've got the game ROMs in both of your boards. I'm gonna run a self-test on your boards running in my Blackout game. So this is Williams Blackout, and there's your boards, the laser ball, MPU, and driver board that I'm sending back to you. And I'll just boot the board. It goes into a track mode, which is correct, and we get displays. So we're good. If we press the diagnostic button, it should flash twice and go out, which it does. So that's good. And now we're in a diagnostic state. I'm just going to run quickly through the diagnostic modes. So that's game start by switching off and back on again. If I press the button to go into the what's called the audits mode, that's the game number 14951. It's a game number 495. And if I look at the memory settings, 18 is free play, which is 00. That means it's on free play. That defaults to 20 if the top left display would show 20 if it was on the factory defaults. And 30 is the number of balls per game, and it's set to 05. So that's a good indication. It would default to 03 if on factory settings. So that's a good indication that the memory's holding values. Okay, so I'm going to switch off and on again, and then I'm going to go into a self-test. So we have auto up, manual down, set to manual down on the switches. Press the advance, and the displays go blank, which is a correct response. Press the advance, we get a digit display. You're looking for all digits displayed on all numbers displayed on all 5 displays, including the master display, and that all looks good. You can also press manual down and then go individually through each of the digit tests to indicate that where you've got a fault. Go back to auto up, press advance. Now we're on the lamp test. You can see the feature lamps, in other words, the controlled lamps on the backboard. The ones in the light inserts are all flashing, which is correct. Advance again, and now we're into the coil test. So it's shooting all the solenoids one after the other. Those are sounds, and then the pop bumpers, and then the kickers, and then we're back to 01 again, which is a ball serve. So you can set these, for example, that's a drop target reset 04. You can set these by pressing manual down to do them one at a time. So that's a sound, which is 9 over and over, 10 over and over, 11 over and over, 12, 13, 14, 15 is flashing the backboard on my game. 16 is coin lockout, 17 pop bumper left, 18 pop bumper right, 19 is pop bumper bottom, center if you like, 20 is the kicker, 21 is the other kicker, and then 22 not used on my game. On your game, for example, and that's 01, which is the ball release. I don't know if you can see that going. I can see it going. So that's that, and we're back out again. On your game, for example, I was going to say that number 21, I believe, is a not used solenoid. Sometimes they don't use them on all the games, but I have tested them all under workbench conditions, and they're all good. I've also tested this driver board in the firepower as well, just to make sure that the driver can work in both games. So if I start a game, that's trying to play one-handed. I could do better than that. There you go. That's all three, so we're all good. So it should work fine in your game. Okay, here's a quick video of your boards running in my firepower game. So these are the boards that I repaired. So we got the firepower MPU and the firepower driver board and battery backup. It's really important to put the MPU board in first, put the top screws in tightly for a good ground, then put the driver board on the 80-pin connector, and then loosely put all 4 screws on the corners of the driver board, and then tighten those up so that they get a good ground with the back of the head, the back box. And once you've done that, you should be in good shape. To test it, turn the game on. You may not get to a track mode straight away. Press the bottom push button once and you should see 2 flashes. That would be a correct indication that your game is set up and working correctly. Following on from that, turn the game off and then on. If it doesn't go into a track mode, which it should, instead of going to a track mode, if it says 04 and up in the corner 1497.2, that's the game number, and 04 means you're in audits mode, where you're setting, you're pressing settings to set. If you get audit mode, go ahead and change audit number 18, which should say 20 at the default, but I'm changing it now. 18, you should set that to 0 and you'll get free play on the game. And the other setting that's interesting is audit 30. And what audit 30 does is it sets a 3-ball or a 5-ball game. So I'm going to set it to 5. So that's it. And then you would keep advancing your audits till you get back to 0401. Once you do that, turn it off, turn it back on, and it should run a track mode. So I'll just go through the self-tests now. The automatic up manual down to manual down, turn on the game, press the advance button once, and it should blank the displays. And if you looked inside, the boards would flash. The lights, LEDs on the MPU board would flash. Press advance again, you're in digits test. I'm going to press the manual down, switch the manual down to automatic up, and it'll go through the display test. So it's running all the digits of the displays over and over again. Okay, that's all good. Press it again, you'll get the lamp test. So it's flashing all the lamps on the playfield and all the controlled lamps on the back box, which are all the ones in the little light shields, and also the high score light in the top right. And then all the lamps on the playfield should also be flashing. Press it again and you get to the solenoid test. It'll go through firing all the solenoids. including the sounds. If at any point you switch to manual down and press the advance button, then it'll go into a mode where it'll fire the solenoid repeatedly. I don't recommend doing this too much. You can hear it's firing. I think that's an eject solenoid, but it's firing it repeatedly. 5, 6, 7. That's the shield. It's the eject lane. 8. That's the ball trough eject. 9 is the sound. 10 is the sound. 11 is the sound. 12 is speech. 13 is the sound. 14, I think, is the knocker. This special knocker. 15 is the flash lamps in the playfield. 16 is the coin lockout, which I don't usually have disconnected. You can hear mine working, but I usually disconnect it or set to free play. Top left jet bumper, 17. Bottom left jet bumper is 18. Top right jet bumper is 19. Bottom right jet bumper is 20. 20 is the right slingshot. 22 is the left slingshot. And we're back to 01, which is the down here. That ball kicker. And then that's it. Press advance, automatic up, press advance again, and it'll give you whatever switches have balls in it.